Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a specific reading for you regarding BS. We're going to detect it. If you feel like there's any BS going on in your life right now, goodness, words are hard. Words are hard. BS detector spread is on board for your reading here. Before we get started, I just want to share that I had a little meditation before I turned the camera on, and I was given this message that you want so desperately to rest and relax and recharge, but your mind is going 1,000 miles an hour. You have so much on your mind, thinking about so many things that you feel like rest is impossible because you're stuck in your head. Let's start off with this reading for you, Aquarius. I do have the Light Seers Tarot here. Just going to start off with the main spread with this deck. I'm going to lay 4 cards down, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about those 4 cards. First card out, and then I'll lay the 4 cards down and we'll come back and chat. So for the sign of Aquarius, the problem that's going on right now is the 9 of Pentacles. Sagittarius had this in the exact same spot. So if you have any ties to a Sagittarius, maybe go check their reading out. But this is a sign of the problem is ultra independence, thinking that you've got it, you don't need anybody else, you're a big person, big boy, big girl, you can do things on your own. It really reminds me of a toddler when you're trying to help them get dressed and they say, I got it, I can do it, I do it. They want to do it themselves. This could be you and your energy. The problem is either you are trying to be super independent and not need anybody else, or the person that you're trying to deal with, they don't need anybody else. And so you don't know where you fit in the equation. We're going to clarify. We'll get to the bottom of that. What is the lie here? Walking away from what no longer serves you. So, Aquarius, when you start to convince yourself that if I just walked away from this, it would solve everything, that's the lie. What is the truth? Judgment. This is an awakening. This is a spiritual eye-opening experience. This is you letting go of the old version of yourself and opening up to the new person that you're becoming. I love this image. This person here in the physical reality opening up and embracing the spiritual truth of who they really are. The judgment. The solution is the 7 of Swords. Now this is sneaky, deceitful, lie, cheat, steal. This is the solution. And what this really could be also is self-sabotage. So it has to do with the way we think. It has to do with things happening behind the scenes. So the solution that I'm going to give for you for this card is you do not need to reveal the way that you're thinking about things to everybody right now. Right now, it is totally fine to keep your processes under wraps. It doesn't mean that you do that forever. It doesn't mean that you're sneaky and you're trying to pull wool over people's eyes. But right now is not the time to reveal your actions and your activities. Let's clarify, Aquarius. Let's find out first, why is the problem the 9 of Pentacles? 9 of Pentacles is that ultra independent spirit. Why is that the problem for the sign of Aquarius? Page of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. You're getting in the way, thinking that you can do everything on your own, you're getting in the way of your happily ever after, 10 of Cups, because you're just wanting to think about yourself. This, it's a selfish behavior, essentially. This 9 of Pentacles is being selfish because you're just thinking about yourself versus your future. So that's the problem. And I'm not saying you're a problem or you are, the cause of things going wrong, but it's that thinking perspective. It's that behavior that you're going forward with. It's getting in the way of your happily ever after. What is the lie? Why is the 8 of Cups? Why is walking away the lie? Why is walking away the lie? The Tower and the Hermit. Because what is actually the lie is that walking away is going to solve your problems. That's a lie, because when you do go within and you do seek your light and your truth and your wisdom, you know that shocking everybody by, folding up your table and putting it away and going home, or taking your ball and stopping the game and just quitting, that is not the solution. That's a lie. And, to shock everybody would be for you to really trust your own truth, your own wisdom. You don't need to hurt everybody with a sudden, surprising walking away, very dramatic exit, essentially, the Tower. That is a lie, because the truth and the solutions and everything you're looking for comes from within you, the Hermit. Judgment as the truth. Why is the Judgment the truth, Aquarius? The Judgment is the truth because 2 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. You've had to leave the past behind and open up to your future self, because you have had a decision to make. You had to decide whether you were going to stay in your comfort zone or go out into the wild unknown. And you have definitely been hurt in your life, but you haven't chosen to stay in that hurt. You've gotten back up and you are ready to go, ready to fight, embrace whatever comes your way. And the truth is, you aren't who you used to be. You are better. You're not bitter. You're better. Aquarius, that is powerful. I love that for you. And why is the solution the 7 of Swords? Why is a little bit of, I'm going to even go so far as to say, sneaky behavior? Why is that the solution? And I'm really going for the angle that it's just not because you're trying to be deceitful. I think it's because if you share your plans with everybody, it almost dilutes the plan. So keeping it to yourself is important. 9 of Pentacles and Temperance. Well, here's the 9 of Pentacles showing back up, and we had that at the beginning of your spread. With the problem was that ultra independence. And here it's showing up to clarify the 7 of Swords. What I'm really feeling, and along with the Temperance energy, is that in order for you to balance out the situation, what you think is going on or what you think is happening, you need to be a little bit independent, to do things your own way, to keep things a little quiet, because you're trying to find balance and moderation rather than like all this or all that. You're trying to be very moderate about things, but you do need to keep your thoughts to yourself, and that independence is going to come in handy to keep things quiet while you work on balancing out your energies, your temperance. Aquarius, this is your reading. If you've been a part of my YouTube channel, I want to say thank you so much. I have reached 100 subscribers. That is so awesome. And I'm also over on TikTok, Spicy Sunflower Tarot. If you're interested in a personal private reading, the details are going to be found in the description box below. Thank you so much for your time, effort, attention, and energy. Be blessed. Be well.